healing, salvation, and happiness. It's your season. It's your time. God has plans for your life to prosper you and to give you hope and a future. Join us and learn how God's love and power can bring hope and happiness to your life. This is your opportunity for motivation, encouragement, and purpose.
How would you like to improve your finances? Well, here's your opportunity. Get ready for Kingdom Concept Media, the show that's designed to inform, educate, and inspire you to become financially astute. Get in on the latest conversations with host, Minister Jimmy West, about credit, investments, real estate, insurance, and a slew of other great topics. Every week, you will get a dose of great guests, hot financial trends, and tips to keep you on the track of success. And this week is no different. So sit back, relax, and get ready for Kingdom Concept Media with your host, Minister Jimmy West.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for being with us this evening on the Kingdom Concept Media TV show. And I'm your host, Minister Jimmy West. And today, our mission is we provide free education and financial literacy to the general public so that everyone from individuals, families, employees, and business owners are properly financially prepared for their future and the future of their loved ones. And our mission and our vision also is to help everyone in the United States create and build generational wealth that they can, tap into while alive, as well as set up their future generation for financial success. Well, today, our special guest today, again, is Mr. Paul Medrano. He is co-founder and co-owner of PHP. And also the topic of our show today will be investing, what the wealthy do. So again, Mr. Medrano, we thank you for being with us today. We thank you for, just blessing us with your time. I don't take it lightly because one thing about time, once it's gone, you can't get it back.
That's right.
So again, we appreciate you for your time. So, as we move forward, again, like I said, today's topic is investing, and what the wealthy do. So, I like to kind of give people a general idea, because when we say investing, a lot of people might not know what investing is. So I'm gonna just give a general, idea what it is. Investing is broadly is putting money to work for a period of time, some sort of project or undertaking in order to generate positive return. So with that being said, Mr. Medrano, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me again, Jimmy.
Yes, sir. How is the weather in sunny California?
I wish we had some of the rain that you guys have over on the East Coast.
Hey, we don't even have no rain over here. We haven't got any from all that, that bad weather and stuff.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, we haven't got any.
Wow. Yeah, I look at the news and I see Florida. I'm thinking Georgia's gonna get some. So you guys did it. So it went to North Carolina, South Carolina, but you guys got nothing. We
didn't get nothing.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, then I don't feel that bad. Yeah, I wish, man. We've had the worst drought in history in Southern California. And it's like a desert here. Like, it's getting really bad. They even stopping us from watering grass and stuff. But, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, one thing about it, those that have been impacted by the storm, we are, praying for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Medrano, let's get to it. So, what is an IUL?
An IUL, it's called an Indexed Universal Life. And it is the premier life insurance retirement plan. The acronym would be called ALERT, Life Insurance Retirement Plan. And it's basically, Jimmy, the retirement plan that's going to take over, in my opinion, going to take over the pension, the 401k, anything out there right now. As you know, right now, Jimmy, we're living in a volatile market. The market's day after day. And let me just look today. I've been in appointments all day, but let me look today and see where the markets ended up today. And I'll just show you right now, Jimmy, just so people don't think I'm having a biased opinion.
Right.
Let's look at the markets just today, Jimmy. Negative.
Yeah.
And this is a story that's going on not only domestically, but globally. And why? Because of the after effects of the pandemic. So, Jimmy, an IUL, an Indexed Universal Life, is a life insurance plan that has a variety of benefits that does a number of things for families. And let me tell you, first and foremost, it gives a family a death benefit protection. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, most families are not in search of or look forward to death. Let's just be honest. No one wants to talk about that. No one wants to open that closet. No one wants to open that door. But there's two things in life, Jimmy, you know, both you and I can depend on. One is taxes and one is death. Now, I'm not afraid of death.
Right.
Because I'm going to go with our Heavenly Father. I'm not afraid of that.
Exactly.
You know, I honestly, I can't wait. You know, I can't wait. But, you know, I would like to avoid taxes as much as I can. So an Indexed Universal Life is a permanent life insurance policy that gives you a death benefit. So in the event that you would have to leave this earth, it would be given to your family members, your beneficiary, your kids, your wife. Mm-hmm. So if you had to leave, you would leave them financially stable to where they would not have to move out. They would be able to maintain their lifestyle.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing, Jimmy, because when you're talking about losing a loved one, losing a salary, losing an income, losing a lifestyle, you want to make sure in their worst point of their life, right? When we lose a spouse, a son, a parent, a mother, a brother, a daughter, you want to make sure that they're able to grieve in peace. So first and foremost, it'll give them a death benefit, a permanent death benefit, meaning they qualify once, they keep it the rest of their life. And now, Jimmy, what's new, and it came out, it's called the new life insurance, the new Indexed Universal Life. Mm-hmm. It has a living benefit attached to it.
Right.
This came out about 6 or 7 years ago, Jimmy, and it was the hottest thing since sliced bread. And I'll tell you why. Because it allowed our clients to be able to put away money and know that in the event of a critical point in their life, whether it was ICU, whether it was critical care, whether it was chronic care, whether it was terminal care, that they can tap into their death benefit money to pay their bills. And the last thing, it leaves you with a tax-free retirement, a tax-free retirement that compounds monthly, and a tax-free retirement that will be there for you, whether you need it or not, to the end of your life.
Right. And you know, we're going to pick up on this. We're coming to a commercial break. You know, as they say, we need to pay some bills. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Attention ministry leaders. Have you ever considered growing your ministry with television? Well, the Daily Gospel Network could be what you've been looking for. As one of the nation's largest Christian broadcasting companies, the Daily Gospel Network broadcasts all over the world on popular streaming platforms like Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. If you're looking to grow and reach more people, the Daily Gospel Network could be your solution.
There's nothing better than being inspired and renewed daily by the power of God. In Morning Tea with the King, author Tish Barnhart shares inspiration through a 90-day devotional that will rejuvenate your mind with scripture and your body with daily suggested herbal teas. You'll begin to see that every experience brings about a different perspective on how to view the things that are happening in our lives as we continue on our journey. Available at Amazon, your local bookstore, or at Trilogy.tv.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Looking for fun, laughter, and the best show on television that supports historically black colleges and universities? Well, look no further. The HBCU Alumni House Party has got you covered. Hosted by none other than Anthony Brown. The HBCU Alumni House Party uplifts, talks about, and reports all things HBCU. Great guests, great subject matter, and lots of fun. You can find the HBCU Alumni House Party on the Daily Gospel Network at 6:30 p.m. on Sundays, the Daily Gospel Network International Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and the Daily Gospel Network Plus at 4:30 p.m. on Thursdays, all on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. So, Mr. Medrano, what does this type of policy give the owners the ability to do?
Wow, Jimmy, it gives them freedom. And I'll tell you why. When you're talking about investing, Jimmy, today in America, I sit down with a lot of families, Jimmy, typically 8 to 10 families a day. And let me tell you what most Americans are looking for today. They tell me, Paul, what's the best you can give me? What's the most bang for my buck? Does that make sense, Jimmy? You've heard that before.
Oh, yeah.
What's the most bang for my buck? And there's a lot of products out there, Jimmy, but there's no product that'll protect your family, the people you love, protect your life while you're working. Because, man, imagine if you can't work and you have to witness your family going through hardship because you can't pay the bills because it's out of your control.
Right.
You're sick or you're injured. And lastly, it gives you a tax-free retirement that's principal protected. And I'll tell you, let me elaborate a lot about that, Jimmy. A lot of families, they're contractors, teachers, social workers, etc. They don't got time, Jimmy, to watch the market.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
They want something secure or, hey, I can get a little something, but I'm going to be good. I can rest at night. My pillow's going to be soft at night. I'm not going to get divorced overnight because I made a wrong decision.
Right.
And let me tell you, I'll be the first to tell you, Jimmy, I remember when I first got into the industry, I was excited. I put $15,000 down. Boom. Now, it's not a lot of money, but when you're just getting started, it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money to some people.
Jimmy, I lost that money in like 4 days. And I said, I will never, ever, ever do that type of investing again. And let me tell you, some people will disagree with me. It's okay. But let me tell you, one of my mentors, who I still follow today, who's one of the wealthiest men in the world, is worth $97 billion, Warren Buffett, says, number one, when investing, don't lose money. Number two, don't ever forget rule number one. And I should have known that because my father was very conservative. His brothers were very conservative. And they all retired very wealthy. Why? Because they didn't take risks. I think with now people getting used to television and they think, oh, there's a quick buck. Right. Crypto. Yeah. Right? Crypto. Oh, yeah. My crypto followers are not going to like me right now. But what happened to crypto? And I knew it. I knew it. So I just go with old school investing, saving the old school ways. And this is what we got to get back to our foundation of what we used to do back in the old days, because our parents did the old school ways and they did just fine for ourselves. Yeah. Everyone today is looking for the quick buck and it just doesn't work anymore.
Right. And you're right. I mean, like you said, everybody looking for a quick buck and that kind of stuff, but you have to be careful because, you know, when you so caught up in trying to make a quick buck, a lot of time you lose focus and you can mess around and lose all your money and stuff overnight. So, so you're right. We definitely need to be, cautious of that. And I think one of the biggest thing is going back to what we're doing now, educating people on what they can do so that won't happen to them. Because like you said, there's a lot of families that have lost their loved ones and so forth and so on, divorces and stuff because they have lost their money and stuff overnight. So
yeah, Jimmy, there's families that have lost a marriage because dad is typically men. I'm gonna admit it. We're more ambitious in the sense of going for it. Women are more about security. It's a good thing, and we go for it. And guess what? We lose everything. And guess what? She gone. She gone because you made a bad decision.
right.
So, that
Exactly.
I'm just more about safety and security now.
Exactly. Especially when you have kids. I mean, when you have kids, your number one priority, matter of fact, if you got I don't care if you just got a wife, your number one priority should be your wife. If you got kids, your number one priority should be your wife and your kids, not thinking about self and being selfish. And that's how a lot of people lose, all their life savings because they get selfish, and stuff. So,
yep. Oh, yeah. 100%.
yeah. So, look, from fixed rate models to variable ones, the index life insurance comes in various types. Mr. Madrona, what are some of the types and what do they do?
So when you're talking about indexed universal life insurance comes in various types. Okay. So there's different products out there. Okay. What types are there and what do they do? Okay. So there's in the retirement aspect of a permanent policy, there's a whole life policy, okay, which will give you permanent life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
It'll give you a death benefit, a permanent life insurance, the death benefit, and it'll give you a quote unquote retirement.
Mm-hmm.
That'll only pay the retirement max 3% a month, compounded monthly. So you have a death benefit and you have a retirement that is paying 3% a month. Now, however, at the time of death, the family, the beneficiary, only gets one of the two. They get the greater of the two. They get either the death benefit or the retirement. So let me give you an example. Family has a whole life policy, which is, by the way, 81% of Americans have whole life. Why? Because it's old school. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you have $100,000 in death benefit, $40,000 in retirement. By all means, you've been paying for both. You should receive both.
Correct.
You don't.
I agree.
You only receive the death benefit. The $40,000 rolls back up to the company. That's old school. Yes. Then you have a variable policy. A variable policy is a more lucrative policy. It follows the market. It can go all the way up, all the way down. If you die, you get the both death benefit and the retirement. But this is the problem. How can you bank on what? What the market's going to do? Mm-hmm. I don't know about you, Jimmy. I wouldn't feel too comfortable about the market right now.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, and it's called the VUL, Variable Universal Life. And that product, okay, is very costly. Why? Because it's in the market. There's a money manager that charges you 2 to 3% every month, whether you make money, break even, or lose. Yes. And they don't call you, by the way. They don't call you. So the next one is an indexed universal life, which gives you the best of both worlds. And that's what we do. It gives you the fixed aspect where at worst case scenario, you're going to do 0%. You're not going to lose. But then it gives you a chance to what? To make money. It's going to give you a chance to make up to 15% when the market does well. Typically, Jimmy, to be very honest with you, it's going to do about 6 to 8% monthly because it's going to follow an index like the S&P 500, the Standard & Poor's 500. It's the safest index. That's the one where we measure the GDP of the United States.
Right.
It's going to do about 6 to 8%. But I don't know about you, Jimmy. If I was getting 6 to 8% a month, I think I'd be okay. And knowing if the market tanks like it's doing right now, I'm going to sleep at night.
Exactly.
That's what we do.
Exactly. And that's powerful. I mean, I'm like the old saying, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
That's right. 100%. It's not what you make, Jimmy. It's what you keep.
It's what you keep.
That's
exactly.
Right. That's
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I tell you, when this is so good, and when you start getting the flow of this, and I mean, time just flies by so fast. I mean, I tell you the truth. But we're gonna go with this next question. So, what is a fixed index annuity?
Okay, beautiful question, Jimmy. So we talked about an index universal life. So that protects your life. Okay, it's a life insurance product, but it has a death benefit to it. An indexed annuity protects your money. So when we're talking about two different products, they're both life insurance products, but one protects your life, even though it has retirement qualities to it, the other protects your money. And I call a fixed indexed annuity, Jimmy, your safe money. I tell people all the time, look, I don't want to stop you from your investing habits. Some people like to gamble, Jimmy.
Right.
But I'm not your guy. I'm not
Exactly.
your guy. I want to sleep at night. I don't want to get the call. I don't want to give you the call. You lost your money. So fixed indexed annuity is what? Hey, I got my nest egg here. I want to put it here. I don't want to worry about that. I'm going to let that little bad boy grow, and I'm going to be good. That's what we call a fixed indexed annuity. It's a retirement plan where you can put different products in it, but those different products, whether it was a stock before, whether it was an IRA before, whatever qualified or unqualified account, it makes it safe. Why? Because a fixed, watch that, fixed means protected. So the worst this product is going to do is zero. It's not going to lose. The best it's going to do is 12 or 15%. But again, this product is indexed. So it'll typically do between 6 to 8, okay? Annually, though. This is an annual product. That's why it's called an annuity. That the Latin root word annu means annual. That's where it came from. So an IUL is compounded monthly. This one's compounded annually. But both of them I love. They're protected from the market. They do well. You can sleep at night. An index annuity and an IUL are private. So no one can touch it. I mean, wow. Yeah. This is what the wealthy do, Jimmy. Like if the wealthy are doing it.
Exactly.
What's I got to tell you?
And Mr. Madrano, I'm we're gonna play this video to show people why that they need to be set up properly. And after this video, we're gonna close and we're gonna pick up next week.
Sounds good.
All right.
He's 80, and you'd think Howard Handler would be enjoying retirement, kicking back, taking it easy after a life of hard work. Not so. Howard is off to work, making deliveries for Grubhub. He's not doing it to keep busy. He needs the job to make ends meet. And get this, he lives in Palm Springs, California, and he's working today in 108-degree temperatures.
I did not want to do food delivery. I said to myself, there's no way I'm going into a restaurant and I'm going to stand there and wait for food. Some people, they have to kind of let their ego go, and just say to themselves, I got to do this, I got to do this.
The nation's financial woes are hitting lots of folks hard. 1.5 million retired people have been forced to go back to work. The trend even has a name, the Great Unretirement.
I'm getting a little scared. I'm afraid I'm going to outlive my money.
Cindy Andesi retired 2 years ago as an administrator. Now 71, she's looking for work.
Everything started going up, gas prices, grocery prices. The one thing that never went up was my Social Security. Unless I win the lottery, I'm expecting to work for quite a while.
Are you going to continue to work?
As long as I can. I may have 10 years left, who knows? But as long as I can do it, I'll do it.
Octogenarian Howard Handler has another delivery to make.
Here we go.
Well, again, that right there is scary because I wouldn't want to be the one at that age trying to go back to work. Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we're coming to the end of another show. But if I were you, I would definitely tune in, to next week. So Mr. Madrano will continue to carry on and talk about, this annuity. People, you definitely want to hear about this because I don't know about you. I don't know about you, Mr. Madrano, but I definitely don't want to be at that age trying to go back to work when I should be enjoying myself in retirement.
I agree that 100%, Jimmy. And the sad case is most people retire today and have to go back to work 5 to 7 years later.
Yeah. And that's sad when you should be enjoying your retirement, going to see the world or whatever you want to do. If it's staying at home, whatever it is, when you don't work all them years, you should be able to, enjoy your retirement, and not losing all your money, to the economy and the stock market. So again, Mr. Madrono, we just thank you. And in the closing remarks, you have.
I just can't wait to see you guys next week and see what we talk about next week. It's exciting. This kind of stuff I love.
I know that's right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, so you can contact us again at area code 229-999-6788. And also, if you have any questions, audience that you would like, for us to talk about, any topic, dealing with finances, please let us know, and we will, do our best to add on the show. So again, everyone have a wonderful and great day, and we talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Looking for inspiration, motivation, and the good news of Jesus Christ? Look no further. The Daily Gospel Network has what you need. With more than 300 ministries from all over the country broadcasting every week, you're sure to get your dose of spirit-filled encouragement from the great programs on the Daily Gospel Network. Catch the Daily Gospel Network on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, all mobile devices, and the internet.
She says, "What's your vision?" I said, 500,000 licensed agents by 2029. It's that simple.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. Kingdom Concept Media wants to inform, educate, and inspire you to reach your financial goals. Tune in next week for the latest conversations about credit, investments, real estate, insurance, and a slew of other great topics with host, Minister Jimmy West. And as always, we promise a dose of great guests, hot financial trends, and tips to keep you on the track of success. We look forward to seeing you next week. God bless.